Hello, welcome to Lord Havoc's Marble Champions custom content stream extravaganza. I've got what feels like a special guest. We were playing for ages, and then you disappeared, and now it's like you're brand new all over again. I've got my friend Jakxin is with me tonight. How you doing, sir?
Not doing too bad. I'm not doing too bad. I am currently an hour and 20-ish minutes into almost an hour and 20 into my stream, because you and I were talking about playing, and then I got myself all amped up thinking that we were going to play then. And then you're like, oh, no, like 90 minutes from now.
I'm gonna go play. I'm gonna go eat dinner, sir. I misunderstood what it is that you said, but that's fine. We're here now. It's good to have you back on. I've missed you, dude. It's been a good couple of weeks.
Yeah, I for anybody who hasn't watched my streams, I had pretty bad gout hit me about a week and a half ago. And I've been mostly bedridden since then, just trying to stay off my feet. And it's been a bit of a rough go, but I'm better now. I'm walking almost completely without pain. But I'm in a much better place now, so I'm back to streaming and playing again.
It's good. You came back to find basically half your creations have been nominated for the CAS. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm at 7 right now. I streamed last night and there was 5, and then I went to sleep and I woke up and there was 2 more nominated. One of them being Cannon, who I'm going to be playing right now.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've had 1 nomination, which is fine because I don't particularly care about the cast system, but we'll see what happens. I'm intrigued to see.
I know you've had because didn't you have 2 get passed last time you were nominated?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't in the last one because I was in the previous one where I had Daz and Power Vacuum got sealed.
Yeah,
and there's been some incidents since then when that happened, where I was like, I said I wasn't actually going to participate in 10, but I actually did do the surveys. I did a survey for everybody, so I just did it on the sly. I just didn't announce it because I was like, I can't be bothered dealing with any crap, so I'll just do some surveys.
I actually thought about I usually, when it comes to the nomination for the finalists, I stay out of it for the most part because there's so much good content in the community that it's like, I don't know if I can sit here and say, here's 2 heroes and 1 encounter that I can narrow down to. But I was thinking about actually going up there and nominating Faith, your Faith, as one of them.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Because I actually enjoy your Faith.
She is cool. Yeah, she is actually.
But I also didn't know, where you were standing at the moment with, getting your stuff nominated again. I was like, I might hold off on it to make sure I know for sure that he is ready to, participate in CAS again.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. If somebody wants to nominate something, then that's fine. I'm not going to say no, don't nominate. It's fine. I just, and I nominated some today as well. I'm kind of soft involved. I just don't get upset if somebody doesn't like something. It's like, okay, whatever, man, I don't care. I get enough people contacting me directly saying how much they like my stuff. It's perfectly fine. If somebody says they don't like it, it's okay, that's fine. I've had 5 other people say that they love it, so it is what it is. I had one madman has printed out the entire Hydra campaign, printed it out, every single card.
Every time somebody prints out something of mine, I'm like, oh my God, why are you printing off my content?
It's crazy.
What if I made a typo?
but I love it. I just absolutely love it. And they're playing Dum Dum Dugan, a custom hero by somebody. I can't remember who it was. And I think I can't remember who was it. Was it Hainsey maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And one of my custom heroes, Abigail Brand, who no one's ever played. No one's ever told me they've played it. I've never seen her on a stream. I threw her out there into the universe, and forgot she even existed. And they said they contacted him and they said, I've printed out all your campaign and I'm playing it. And I'm playing Abigail and Dum Dum. And I was like, what? They printed them out. And that's a good combo. Dum Dum and Abigail would actually work quite well together. So I was actually really excited by that. So that is enough for me. If somebody says, someone nominates something of mine and says, well, this is rubbish, and it's okay, I don't care, man. It's fine, whatever. You're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, somebody was like, yeah, I printed out the Wraith. I was like, oh, maybe I should actually see if that's like a finished thing. Is it printing off
you probably
like
should.
A character that's in beta, I'm changing that stuff. I mean,
you probably should. Yeah. But,
and immediately, like after I saw that post about, hey, I was playing Wraith, and I enjoy the Wraith. I enjoy this character a lot, and I think his like son or something like that was playing, and I was like, that's awesome. Let me look at this. Immediately noticed a typo in the obligation, like a big typo. I was like, oh no.
That's right. After they printed out Hydra Unleashed, there was somebody went through it and found a whole bunch of typos in the first 3 scenarios, like proofread the first 3 scenarios, and I was like, oh my god, now I feel like an asshole. So I just sent a list. I sent a list to this person who printed it out. I was like, hey, I've made a whole bunch of changes, but they're all just proofreading changes, like no actual mechanical changes. And here's the list of cards that have been changed if you want to go through those. And they're like, it's okay. So it's fine. Anyway, this is my latest scenario. Breakout. It is another one of my turning a Lord of the Rings scenario into a Marvel Champions scenario. Or at least an attempt. I like doing it. And unfortunately, it is an Electro. So it's like I released it. Well, I was working on it, and then while I was working on it, S Factor released his Electro. And when he released his one, he mentioned the fact that he was inspired by another Electro from like Design Hacker or something. And I was like, God damn. I've got another
Electro's all over the place.
He's everywhere. So there's now 3 or 4 Electro scenarios, which is pretty funny. But and it's not even, I don't even particularly want to do this because it's Electro, to be honest. I actually just made it Electro because I needed a villain. Because this is the second time now where I've translated the Lord of the Rings scenario into a Marvel Champions, and there's no, in Lord of the Rings, there is no villain per se, right? You're questing, and you go up against baddies, obviously, but you really question. The whole point is you're actually fighting the quest. You're not actually fighting a villain, because the villain is Sauron, right? And you lose by Sauron noticing you. So your threat goes up every round, and if it goes up high enough, Sauron notices you, and you lose, right? So.
Is this the Lord of the Rings LCG?
Yeah, the LCG, the Lord of the Rings card game. Yeah, so
I think I played it once, but it
it's awesome. It's awesome. It's an awesome game. I spent, before I started joining the Marvel community, Marvel Champions community, I was a big part of the Lord of the Rings LCG community, and I rejigged it completely for Star Trek, called Trek of the Rings, and that was huge. Like that got a lot of buzz. Like got its own shout out on BGG, and people have printed it out, and it's pretty amazing stuff. So I was really, really big into it. But anyway, so this is the translation of this scenario into this. I needed a villain, and the main villain of this story, Breakout, is Electro. So it is. It's a shame that there's another Electro in the world, but there it is. He's not a huge part. The main part of this scenario is minions, lots and lots and lots of minions. So what I would like from you, sir, is if you'd be so kind as to point out any problems. This is a play test. Kaj and Mistletoe were kind enough to play this on Kaj's stream, which was awesome, seeing it in action and sort of seeing how they sort of reacted to it. So
yeah, I think I saw that. I think I saw that he streamed that. I just didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't get around to watching it.
It was great.
I think he did it. I think he did it during the height of my whole like pain in the foot problem.
Pain, yeah.
I really wasn't trying to focus on anything.
So since then, I've made one slight change. They basically said that it was just too hard to lose counters once the counters build up. It's just too hard to get rid of them. So I've made a slight
Mm-hmm.
change to that, but everything else is the same. So let's see how it goes. Now, there's a lot of setup. The only problem with this is just to make it work, it has to have a lot of setup, right? So let's see. To save time, because it's already 7:52, I'm gonna go through the setup myself. I won't get you to go through it, but I'll go through it as quickly as possible, right? So the whole idea is that you are trying to find Sauron, funnily enough, and he's an actual Marvel character. I didn't make him up. He's the pterodactyl guy from X-Men comics. So you're trying to find Sauron before Electro does. So the whole point of the storyline is that Electro is being hired to break into the raft and go find somebody, right? And it's a big mystery about who it is, right? But I just told you, spoiler alert, it's Sauron. So you have to find Sauron before Electro does. And if you find him before he does, then you have a chance to get the hell out of here and win the game. Or basically you just have to beat Electro, beat him in the face until he dies. But he also is still trying to get Sauron, right? So if you have Sauron, he still has a chance to find Sauron himself because he's with you. And then he can take him and then he can escape and win the game, right? So that is... what's the word? It's in the game. The mechanic in the game of that is there's an attachment in here, the Sauron attachment that he's trying to find in his encounter deck. How we find Sauron is in these 4 cards here. These are 4 baddies. These are the
Big
4
baddies.
These are the 4 sort of big baddies. These are the strongest of the baddies, right? And one of them is Sauron. So, but these are, as you can see, have blue cards, and they go into our decks. So we need to create a part of our deck that lets us search those decks. And so to do that, we need to, perform setup steps 14 to 16 before steps 10 to 13. So these are the steps as per the rules reference 1.7. So steps 14 to 16 is player setup, because technically, and everybody does this wrong, technically you're meant to do this stuff first and then you do your stuff. Right? But I want you to do your stuff first before we do this stuff. So none of this has happened yet. We need to do this first. So the first thing you do is you take away the top 20 cards of your deck. Cool. And I'm going to put mine
Didn't
down
you
here.
have it on your old? Didn't you have it before where you had it so that you actually drew your hand before you did this? Wasn't that how you had it before? Because I remember playing this with you, before I had issues walking. And I thought that before it was that you drew your hand and then you did the 20 cards.
You've played this scenario before?
Yes, I have.
Oh, I thought this was brand new to you completely.
No.
Oh.
No, I played this with you.
Oh, well, there you go. See, it's been so long, I've forgotten. Do you draw your hand first? This will be quite embarrassing if that turns out to be the case. So, setup is... 14 to 16. 14 is draw cards. Oh, you're right. You do the draw cards and stuff. Oh my god. How embarrassing. Okay, let's do that again then. So, draw cards. Yeah, okay, so draw cards, resolve mulligan, resolve player setup. Okay, cool. Yeah. Gee. How embarrassment. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's my opening hand. And I've done my mulligan, and if you've got any setup, do that. I'm just going to make one on just a little small.
No.
No? Okay, cool. Right. Now you do the 20 cards. 1, 2, Cool. Oh, Kaz is in. Kaz is in the chat. Hi. Joft2609 made Dum Dum Dugan. Cool. Thank you, sir. Havoc, you're not that old. I remember you playing it with Jakxin already. Cool. Jakxin is a savior. Sure.
Yeah, I didn't stream when you and I tested it. So I was like, immediately after we talked, I was like, oh, do I have a stream date of it? No, I do not. Now I can no longer verify that I played this on stream with them.
Okay, so once you've done your 20, each player in player order, it gets a prisoner card, and there's 2 of it, so we get 2 each. They get shuffled in, and then we do the actual scenario, the rest of the scenario, which is yeah, cool. So we create the search, shuffle the 4 minions into a pile, create the search deck. We did that. Select the side scheme. So after creating the encounter deck, each player in player order search the encounter deck for a location side scheme. So you're first. So go choose a side scheme of your choice.
Oh, search.
Yeah, it's search.
Search. Not okay.
Well, funnily enough, I'm going to grab that one that you just did. So that's going to be my one.
I didn't really look at it.
But you do yours first.
Search 3. Yeah, let's do the basement.
All right. Cool. And then I do mine. So it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So your doesn't have a when revealed, but mine does. When revealed, place 1 through on each other side scheme, so we get another one on that one. So 8 and 7. Mine has search 5. Yours has search 3. And yours
if you wanted to negate that real quick, we could say that I searched for cell level and you searched for basement, which would mean that basement doesn't get the additional threat on it, because basement would come in after the when revealed would happen.
Yeah, but that's not what happened. that's not the reality.
All right,
of what actually happened.
Fine, because you took this before you could even really look at it. So
we'll place 1 through on each other side scene. When defeated, we search 5, and yours has a while basement is in play, threat cannot be removed from other side schemes in play. All right, so there's that, and then we search the thing, and then there is another one of these in there. You could have grabbed one. We could have had 2 of the same one. It's fine. Main scheme 2A. There's 2 2As. Blah 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 blah. All right, so Electro cannot be defeated. Force interrupt. When the scheme would be completed if the target is not in play, instead do each of the following: remove all threat from here. Place an over 1 counter on right of the raft. Force response. After step 1 of the villain phase, if the target is attached to a player character, proceed to 2A. Don't let him escape. Electro has retaliate 1 and steady. Do not give Electro a boost card. When Electro attacks you, he gets +1 for each. +1 attack for each energy resource icon on cards in your hand. So that means if you have the energy resource card, that counts as 2. If there are none in your hand, give him a face down boost card. So the slight change that would have been from when you last played is after a minion is defeated, instead of after an elite minion, now it's just after a minion. You remove an overweight counter from here, and each player performs search 1. So you just do the top of card. Try and get through the decks a little bit quicker. That's the only real difference. You ready to rock? You'll play 1. Let's do it.
All right. This is going to be an interesting interaction because as an action, I can find a copy of Psychoton or Psyblades and add it to my hand. I can search this deck and look for a copy of Psychoton and see if I have Sauron in here.
That is unfortunate, but that's the way the game plays. It does say the word find. So.
Just so you know, I was not thinking about that beforehand.
No, that's fine. That's the game. That's fine. I'm good with it. I want to see all these sort of interactions and stuff. That's great. If you know you've got Sauron in there, then that's cool.
Jesus Christ, really?
She is psychic.
So the action, right, to find a copy of Psychoton or Psyblades, right? I have 4 copies of Psyblades and 1 copy of Psychoton. All of them are in the cards that got removed from my deck.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So let's get this.
Is Sauron in your deck?
No.
Ah,
I was actually not going to spoil it for you.
no, that's fine. I actually like it. I think it's cool because she's a Sonic character, right? So she would know.
Uh, so I'm going to flip into face to alter ego light so I can get my side blades because they're vital for her deck.
That makes sense.
Um, man, I'm half tempted to stay down.
It's fine if you want to.
Uh, yeah, we can have a
It's
setup
a it's a
turn.
valid technique. Also, but just remember they both have conflict, which is my new keyword. Means you can use attack
Oh yeah,
events.
the one that makes it so that you can attack and port.
Yeah, you can
I
attack
remember
this
you
guy's
talking
scheme.
about that.
Yep.
Let's use Psychic Kicker and Devin, who's going to be a little bit weak right now, to get into Sonic Butterfly. Man, I'm half tempted to use Grey Crow to get the Kanai in as well. Yeah, let's do it. Let's say goodbye to Grey Crow and get the Kanai in
See you, Kaz.
and have a hell of a setup.
Sorry I didn't see you there before. See you, buddy. Have a good day.
And I think that's going to end my turn,
Cool. All right.
so I
I'm
can actually
going
get some of my blades.
to Genius and Spider Tracer and Sidearm to no. I'm going to keep Sidearm. Going to Genius, Spider Chaser, and Peter's resource to Nick Fury. He's going to give me 3 cards. That's interesting. I may hold off on
Decisions, Rick.
Maria until I'm player 1 so we can then both benefit. So I'll keep Maria. So I will instead backflip into a web shooter and then flip up to Spidey. Use a web shooter plus endurance to play Black Cat. Discard the top 2. Okay, I'll keep that one. Sweet. And no for that one. And then use Swinging Web Kick to give her sidearm. Actually, I'm going to swap them around. She'll stay in play. She'll attack for 2. Take off 2.
You already got your Voltron starting now.
Yeah, I'm already starting. Nick Fury will take off 2. Peter will take off 2. And that'll be it. It's not bad. It's a pretty good start. Okay. Ready? Get some cards. Cool. Alright, baddie. 1, 2, and then 3 because the acceleration icon. Electro attacks you. He's attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
Okay, he's going to scheme.
He's scheming. Oh, bloody hell.
You're already trying to hurt me. I see.
1, 2, 3, and if this attack defeats a character, it doesn't. That's fine. Cool. Alright, activates against me. I get a free card. It's not backflip, but that's alright. Nick's going to jump in front of it anyway. He's attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4. So Nick's going to die, which is fine. He did his job. Counter cards. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That was quick.
Just immediately gets put onto. So Electro found Sauron already. That is very bad. That's very bad. Attach him to Electro, then find the Sauron minion and remove him from the game. So I know he's in here because you said you don't have him in yours. Sauron. So he's gone. And move the main scheme to a time to go. So that's very, very bad. Wait, does that mean we've actually just automatically lost? No. That's interesting. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right. So he's got Sauron now. He's got +1 attack. And yeah, now I've got a Hazard Icon in play. All right. Mine is Mr. Fear. He has Insight 1. And force response after he engages a player. That player must exhaust a character they control. So that'll be Black Cat. Alright, now we trigger right at the raft. So we're on 2 at the moment. So at the end of the villain phase, discard S card in the deck in player order, put it each minion discard this way, engage with a player. So discard top 2. Neither of them are a minion, so sweet. I become player 1. Let's do energy to Maria. We both draw a card. Let's do. Now I'm a bit concerned. You okay, bud?
With me, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Just making noises at my kitten, who decided she wants to get very hyper at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I see. Right.
I call her kitten. She's 4 years old.
Right. I'm gonna suit up and reinforce suit to put in team train. Actually, no. You know what? I don't need that. Reinforce suit up, and web shooters will kick him in the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or get retaliated for 1. Maria will thwart off the last one from here. After basement leaves play, each player performs search 3. So you look at the top 3 cards of your Thinno deck. Put any minions into play. Engage with you. Keep 1 card and discard the others. I'm going to keep Power of Leadership. I'm then going to use Power of Leadership to put Team Train into play. Oh, that's unfortunate. Are you going to flip up and do stuff this time?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do 2 to this guy. And I'm done.
All right. Let's find a copy of Psy Blades.
That's fair.
My massive hand now.
McGill, I sent several messages and discovered I was rebuffed by some new verification protocol I have overcome. Oh. Twitch causing you trouble. Havoc streams a custom creation. I cook bacon. We all have our priorities. Bacon's always the number 1 priority, sir. I agree. Alright, he's dead. Great. Alright, so minion got defeated, so we'll lose the counter from here. And each player performs search 1. So we look at the top card and we get to add it to our hand.
Decisions here.
It's good to see you, Mac. Hope you're doing well.
I will deal 1 damage to myself to generate 2 wild resources for the Jakxin and I. Use it to remove 2 threat from a scheme and deal 2 damage to an enemy. It's not as tough off because I'm not ready to get hit with 4 damage.
That's fair.
Might be understandable.
Yeah.
1, 2 side blades for 4 damage.
Nice.
Confuse them. And because I use this to pay for a Sonic card, I remove 1 threat from a scheme.
Nice.
Scimitar for 2 more damage. I will then spend 1 And 2 for side blades again. Also, after I play a Sonic card, I get the ready Psychotona, so I forgot that. I will use side blades to finish off Ironclad.
Wow, very cool. Into the victory display. Very nice. I like it over there. Very cool. Good work, Sam. Hold on a second, I've got some messages. Referencing your starting discussion, I feel that there is a lot of allied TRD in champions. There sure is. The same people who worked on LOTR worked on champions as well, including Caleb, obviously. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of very similar mechanics, which is why I had success making the first translation that I did. It actually worked quite well. It was Blitzkrieg from the Hydra campaign. Translated quite well. It was pretty easy to translate that one. This one was a little bit more challenging, but yeah, there's a lot of DNA sharing. And nice to see you still creating havoc. Thank you, Mac. Appreciate you saying that.
That will end my turn. Last 4 damage I just did right there had range, so I don't get retaliated against.
Oh, okay, cool. Sweet. That's handy. Cool. All right. Ready.
Also, I defeated another minion, by the way, so we would have gotten this right.
Sweet.
And searched one. Isn't that part of it as well? Search one?
Yeah, search one. Yep. Cool. Ready and get some cards. Yep, certainly is. All right, villain 1, 2, 3 is an acceleration.
Yeah, speaking of similarities from this game to other games, part of the reason this game was like extremely easy for me to get into was my friends and I used to play the Game of Thrones card game.
Oh yeah.
And that has a lot of like the same mechanics to it, especially like unique characters and how they act. I almost made a character that operated the same way how Game of Thrones had, where in that game, when you have a unique character, you stack them on top of each other. It essentially gives them additional lives. I almost made a character like an ally that did that as well.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, it also shares mechanics with Arkham. So. Anyway, activate
the Arkham LCG is another game I played.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I played it after I played this.
I got a free card, which decks me out, which is unfortunate, but none of them is backflips. So he's going to be hitting me for 1. I think I'll just take it. It's just 1. Yeah. No, it's 2, 3. Hits me for 3. In that case, I'll defend. Activates against you. He's going to hit you for...
He gets a boost card.
He gets a boost card. Oh, so 1, 2, and a boost. What are you doing?
I think I'm going to take this. I'm going to take it. Good damage.
Going to take it.
Encounter cards.
Just before doing the encounter cards. Havoc, have you ever considered or actually created a hero for Champions prior to it coming out? Just to see how your version stacked up. Have I ever created a hero that was then officially released? Is that what you mean, Matt? I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't think I have either, now that I think about it. Like, I have Psylocke, but this is canon and not Betsy.
Yeah, it's a different...
And I made this after Betsy came out anyways.
Yeah.
Like, if they ever do a Thunderbolts as Heroes wave, then I might get some overlap, but right now I don't have any, I don't think.
Is Moon Knight part of the next... Well, Ronan. I've got Ronan, right? He's in the next one, right? Or was that... Is he in the Daredevil?
I haven't... I don't look at upcoming stuff. I try and keep it as spoiler-free for me as possible. So I don't know who's coming up. I just know who's out.
I've got a Moon Knight and a Ronin, and I think they're coming in the upcoming box. I think. Yeah. So I think they count. And I've actually got 2 Ronins. I've got Echo Ronin and Clint Ronin. So two different versions of the same character. So I think I have. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they go. Crossfire and Salem. So he comes in with 4, 1, 2, there, and then we get another one on that one. And then yours is Electric Blast. Deal 1 damage to each exhausted character. Oh.
Oh, each exhausted.
Yeah.
Just you.
Nasty.
Player order. Each player searches the encounter deck for a location, side scheme, puts it into play. It's the total thwart. Hold on, wait. Its total threat on the main scheme is higher than the total thwart of all characters you control. Each criminal minion engaged with the player makes an immediate attack. Well, that would be you.
But is the total, so the total is on 4, is it higher than the total
I'm at,
thwart? What are you currently at?
I'm at 3.
Oh.
So Crossfire will activate against you.
Okay, well let's do the first part first, which is each person gets a location. So I'll do mine first since I'm player 1.
Oh yeah, you are player 1.
I'll just go grab Courtyard.
And let's see. So there's none in the deck anymore, I think. Oh, the Courtyard is actually on.
What was that, sorry?
The only other one that's in, do we want Courtyard or do we want the other?
We don't want the one that
basement?
makes you discard cards to get minions, because then they'll all activate against me. So the elite one would probably be the best one. Max, it took longer than I care to admit to recognise you meant Ronan instead of Ronan. That is fair. That is fair. Alright, then Crossfire activates against me. He gets +1 attack for each location in play. That is brutal. Hits me for 5. I think I might actually sacrifice Maria. Sorry, Maria.
Bye, Maria.
He did well. Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, that was a bit rough.
Alright. What was that? What just happened then? I was on encounter cards. Just gonna play one.
Yep.
We would trigger this, but there's nothing there. Oh, what does this say? At the beginning of the villain phase. No, don't worry about that. Oh, wait. There's a hazard icon. There's a hazard icon. So, did we miss... Oh, no, you had to. No, you had to. That's fine. Alright, your turn.
Oh, boy. What do I do here? Let's get...
Electro's kicking the crap out
I do need to get my Sonic Sheathing out now.
Nice.
Why are these exhausted?
I don't know.
Also, why did I only... Oh, yeah, I meant to draw one more card. Because I only had 4 cards in my hand.
Okay.
Which I'm going to spend this to get Telepathy in.
Which
exhausts Scimitar.
Sorry, I'm just going to read a chat. Can't imagine any version of Clint Barton you created didn't perform better than the official Hawkeye. Thank you, sir. What have I done to deserve this loveliness? I killed Crossfire for me. Thank you. I actually have 2 versions of Hawkeye. I got Ultimate Hawkeye from the original Ultimate Universe, not the new fangled one, the original one, the failed experiment. I'm actually quite fond of him, to be honest. He's pretty brutal. But yeah, I really appreciate you saying that. That's really nice. Yeah, sorry, Jackson. What are you doing, sir? So you killed Crossfire for me. Thank you.
Yep. 2 threats.
Nice.
Remove 3 threats.
Oh, wow. Nice. Oh, each player does 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's unfortunate. Means I got this arsenal. What a bummer. And I'll keep Honorary Avenger. And this guy quick strikes me for 4. Brutal.
When I look at Mr. Hyde, the last thing I think about is Quick Strike on Mr. Hyde. I think toughness. I'm more familiar with his Thunderbolts run, mind you, but I don't think a Quick Strike.
Quick strike, it makes perfect sense. If he has a sneaky habit of trying to hide and then hitting from behind. And I wanted to give each one of there's four of them, so I wanted to give each one of them a thing. And his was quick strike. Because Carnage got retaliate and Ironclad got toughness.
Shreddy's Psy Katana because I played a Psionic.
Mm-hmm.
We use Psy Katana to deal one more damage to Mr. Hyde, because I'm not in the mood to get retaliated against.
That's fair.
I'm like you. I kind of need the flip.
Yeah.
So he will be adding, as it stands right now, 4 threats, and then he'd be scheming against both of us if we're both down. I think both my defense cards are in the
I'm not going down.
side deck.
It's fine. I'm not going to go down.
You're not going down?
No. I'm not going down.
Well, I'm going down.
YOLO.
I'm damn near dead.
No, YOLO, buddy.
So that will end my turn.
All right. I will. That is an intimidating side scheme layout. Can you explain it briefly? Side scheme layout. I'm not sure I know.
I think he's just talking about the side schemes themselves.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the theme is that you are searching the raft for Sauron, and/or it's you trying to get out of the raft. So at the moment, when we first started, we were trying to find Sauron, which is why you have the option called search, because you search through the deck to try and get Sauron.
It turns out that he was like roommates with Sauron because he found him immediately.
Yes.
There's no searching for Sauron.
There was no searching. He found him almost immediately, which is unfortunate. But now that he's got Sauron, he's trying to get out of the raft, and we're trying to get through the raft. And what in the story, what Electro does is he actually breaks out all the other criminals in order to cover his escape. So to slow us down, to slow down the heroes, we have to keep fighting through all these arseholes while Electro zaps us from a distance and tries to get out of there with his prize, which is Sauron. So that's what that is. That's thematically what that is. Hopefully that makes sense.
Also, quick question.
Yep.
This is a mechanic question real quick,
yep.
Before we move on. So you don't need to be able to remove one overwhelm counter from here for you to search one, right?
After a means defeated from here and each player performs.
Because it's not a requirement to
it doesn't
search
say.
part.
Well, I don't.
Did we search after the last minion was defeated?
Yes. Well, I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. But I don't actually. I don't know.
I'll say I did.
Officially, I don't know how. Do you? Can you? Is it like that Captain America thing where you can't draw a card if you don't heal one? I'm not too sure.
Well, the heal one thing means you have to change a game state.
Yeah.
If you can't heal the one, you can't do the second part because you can't change a game state. But we change a game state by defeating a minion.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, cool. Sweet.
But I think I might have, so I'm going to pretend. I'm just going to say I did that already.
If you find Sauron, can he be utilized as an ally? Nope. If you find Sauron, he becomes attached to one of your characters, and you have to keep them exhausted because they're trying to hold on to Sauron so he doesn't try and break loose. It's actually quite hard for you to find him.
We're giving him a big hug.
Yeah, you have to give him a big hug. And so as soon as you achieve the first task, all hell breaks loose. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's the intention anyway. All right, what am I doing? So you attacked him and finished. Did you finish your turn? Sorry?
Yeah, my turn's on.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to give Black Cat Honorary Avenger, and I'm going to call for backup and give her Power Gloves. And I'm going to Triskelion to give her Inspired.
Jesus Christ. She's coming along now.
And I'm going to Web Shooter Is there any point? Yes, I think there is. I'm going to web shooter and ingenuity to Maria. So work at a card. Oh, that's we've made the call, by the way. Cool. I only just did that really just so I could just thwart. to be honest, I just want to get rid of this. Get rid of this hazard. I bloody hate it. And then Black Cat will 1, 2, 3, 4 because of Power Glove and kill this guy. Bye, Mr. Hyde. So I guess we now, according to what you were just saying, we search 1.
Should be able to, yeah.
Alright, cool.
Hey, I got my defense.
Sweet. Max said, Wonder Man proved you can do something without changing a game state. Yes. I actually disagree with the Wonder Man rule change, to be honest, but oh well. It is what it is. Alright, so she did her bit, she did this, she's exhausted, and I'm staying up, so I'm done.
Alright.
Get some cards. Baddie 1, 2, 3, 4. He activates against you. He's scheming.
Please let me flip it. Thank you.
So 2.
1, 2. Whoops, not that. This.
2. Activates against me. I get a free card. It is not enhanced by sense, but I do have a backflip, so that's fine. So he's hitting for 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I'll just backflip away from that 3. Can of cards. Hello? Can of cards? And then you get...
Yeah, I was looking at something on Soaring real
You
quick.
get another one? You get another one because it has it. Yeah. Alright, cool.
Discard cards until I get a criminal or prisoner. Put it into play, engage with me. Sounds like another person for me to kill.
There you go. What kind of ideas did Hercules mechanic spawn for you? Has to be at least one. Not really, because I actually already did something very similar to that with Doctor, what's her name? Made a character, a Star Wars hero. What's her name? Dr. Aphra. Yeah. So I made Dr. Aphra, and she does something very similar to what Hercules does. So, anyway, so you got yours. So mine is my obligation. Well, that's actually pretty handy. I'm actually cool with that.
They get a free flip down. Almost died, by the way. Didn't know if you noticed that.
I'm actually not even going to flip down. I'm just going to flip to Alt Ego and do the discard a random card from your hand. There you go. First aid. I'm just going to discard that. No, I didn't see that you almost died. No, sorry, I was distracted by.
Because he pulled that. He did that thing where he forced me to discard all my energy cards from my hand.
Oh!
And take 1 damage for each energy card I discarded. If it was take 1 damage for each energy I discarded, I would have died. But it's energy card because I had an energy in my hand.
Oh, I didn't even see that. It wasn't even on camera. I was too busy looking for Dr. Aphra. How does this Psylocke differ? All right, take it away, sir.
So Psylocke Betsy Braddock has her setup things with her side blades and Psy Katanas. Or it's not her side blades, it's Psy Katana and what's her other Psy Knife, I think is what her other one's called.
Yeah.
And they essentially act as, if I remember correctly, they act as resources and they act as modifiers to her cards. Along with giving her different stat buffs. This one, she is Lust disciplined in her psionics. She's more aggressive with them. So she can make a. She doesn't start with her psi katanas. She doesn't even have psi knives. She has psi blades because that's what she calls them in the comics. So she can find them, but her big thing is that she can exert more psionic influence by hurting herself. Essentially, kind of just like giving herself migraines and stuff like that. And you're not going to see it on his stream. You'd see it on mine, though. She can essentially deal herself to generate double wild resources to pay for cards, hero abilities. So things like telepathy is actually useful for once. Telekinesis is actually useful. She has a card called Jakxin and I that she gets use for out of that. Her ally has an ability that you can use those resources for. So she's got a bunch of things where she can essentially tie that to. If you're talking about like comic wise, what's different between them? Betsy Braddock is Betsy Braddock. She was the original Psylocke. She's Captain Britain now. I'm pretty sure she's got her brother's former moniker, and Canon is now the modern Psylocke in X-Men. That's the gist of it.
I'm done, sir.
You done?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you have 3 cards in your hand, but I see 2 of them are
unless you have,
spider sense.
You have the ability to give me a resource. I can't do anything. So he's got 1 health left on that guy, and when he dies, he'll knock 3 off the main.
Okay, he's dead.
Cool.
I got a Psi Katana that's taking care of that.
Sweet. So he dies, and we take 3 off of a scheme. So it doesn't have to be the main; it can be any other scheme. So should we get rid of? Actually, try and get rid of that.
Yeah, I feel we need to start getting rid of some of these side schemes.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. I reduced the cost of the next card to play by 1, so it's going to get Trained Assassin. I will. I maybe discard my defense card too. I'm not in a good way right now. I will spend the resources. I'll take the damage and spend the resources to train Assassin. It's already myself. I get +2 to my next basic thwarter attack this turn.
Cool.
I will. Man, let's remove 4 threat from. We're gonna move it. It'd be really overkill on Courtyard. I don't know what you're pinging.
Pinging here.
Oh, look at that! You pressed at the same time as me.
Max,
I can do it, young man.
Ask you, does your Psylocke have a double aspirin card to reduce the stress? Just kidding.
No. What she does is she gets possessed by demons.
She does. She gets possessed.
Let's spend. Oh, I didn't play Sonic. Let's spend 2 to Psy Blades, which, God, I hate Retaliate right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get Retaliated. Which readies my Psy Katana, which I don't even want to freaking use right now because it's going to get me retaliated against.
Yeah.
I don't even want to use my Scimitar because I could get myself killed right now. I should do it.
Don't do it.
Do you have a chump blocker for me, young man?
Well, you could use them. You can use them against there. Remember, they've got conflict. As long as it's an attack.
Is conflict an attack or basic attack?
This just means attack. Anything with a keyword attack. So events, abilities, whatever. It's over here on the insert.
Then Scimitar will knock off 2 from the Courtyard, which doesn't give us a search, but it gets rid of it. Psy Katana will smack 1 off of that. I do not have any more resources. I can't. At least not enough resources to pay for a Grey Crow. So
We good?
yeah, I'm done.
Cool. Ready? Get some cards. Max says, that is a deliciously deep comic cut for that hero design. Nicely done. Thank you, Mac. The compliments for you, though, Jackson. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jackson, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, cool. Max said no.
Just don't know how to react to that.
Oh, okay, cool. Activates against me. I got a free card. It's not backflip, so I guess I'll be defending? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no. I'm just going to Maria. I'm just going to sacrifice Maria because he's hitting me for 6. Sorry, Maria. You did what you had to do. Activates against you. So it's 1, 2.
Oh, hold on. Actually, I have something for this.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm going to Sonic Flashback. After an ally is defeated, remove threat from a scheme equal to the total of that ally's thwart and attack.
Oh, so 3.
So remove 3 threat.
Nice. That's cool.
And then he activates against me.
Yep.
I have no energy, so he would get a boost
So
card.
just get a boost, yep.
Well, I guess I'll defend and see what happens. If he hits me for 2, then I'm dead. So let's see.
Dead.
Hits me for 2 damage, so I'm dead.
Wow, Electro kicked the crap out of us. Well, not you, not me. You.
Man, I mean, a Spider-Man could have volunteered to block that.
Oh,
but he
well, I
opted
guess I
not to.
could. All right, hits me.
No, I think I'm dead now.
That's fine. Hits me for 1. Oh, I do get a free card though, because he's still attacking me now, right? Initiating an attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then any kind of cards?
Yep, you first.
Vermin. Grey Gargoyle.
Regular attacks. I must exhaust character and deal 1 damage to it.
Cool. See, now
to me.
Now there's no, there hasn't been any counters for ages. Now there's not enough counters. You know what I mean? It's such a balancing act. What am I supposed to do now?
Use this and use this to side bleeds for 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cool.
With Shreddy's Psychotana, Scimitar procs.
Cool.
Roofs 2.
Nice. So we search 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Look at this.
I will keep. I don't know what to keep now. Oh, I'll keep Ronin. Yep. Discard the rest. Look at my hand.
Also, because I use this to play a psionic card,
Yep.
so I remove 1 threat from its team, so I remove 1 from there.
Nice.
I am going to be flipping down again. Let's hit. You can kill Vermin immediately if you need to. Let's hit Grey Gargoyle for 1.
Go.
I'm going to flip down. I'm going to heal. 3.
Makes sense.
I'm going to get a copy of Psyblades in my hand.
Yep.
And that will end my turn.
Coolness. All right. Yeah, I got a lot going on here. What is he on? 7. I will energy and webbed up to sweating web kick him into the next stage. He doesn't he will retaliate because he's got on the next stage. What a bastard. So he gets knocked into the next stage. It goes up to 20, 32. 32 hit points. He retaliates on me for 1. Retaliate 1, steady. When he attacks, he gets +1, blah, blah, But now he loses the line about not getting a boost. So he does the boost and he looks at the energy cards in your hand. Alright. So there's that. I will now... 1, 2, 3... to Ronin. I need one more resource, which I'm not going to get. I'm going to flip down, use that resource to put reinforced suit onto Ronin. And Ronin will then kill...
It was in a double scheme, right?
He's got a double scheme, yeah. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, bro. It's fine. I'm going to keep Vermin alive, actually. Ronin's going to 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 off of there. Get a thing. And then Black Cat will 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that doesn't count, does it? Do 1 damage, it's not an attack.
Yeah, so I won't get rid of that.
That's a shame. Oh, well, in that case I'll kill Venom. So, and then do a damage to him. Yep, it's going to double scheme. Let's see what happens. YOLO. I am not watching my backed up friendly Geordies for this. You better not lose this.
Dude, you want to nuke something with Black Cat? Call for an action on my turn. I've got 2 psychic kickers in my hand. I can give Black Cat +4 attack.
What does psychic kicker do? Oh, ready and ally. Well, I can't attack with her when it's not my turn.
Yeah, I'm saying call for an action on your next turn.
Oh, my next turn. Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
We'll go nuke. Oh, yeah, I like that. That's good. That's cool. All right. Villain. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. He activates against you for 2 plus nothing. And funnily enough, an advance goes. That's pretty good. 1, 2. And
then Grey Gargoyle schemes for 1.
Yep. And then activates against me for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we lost.
You knew that.
I had a vague idea that was going to happen. I'll be honest with you. But oh well, it is what it is. I thought there was a possibility he would go to 11, and then we would still get a chance to do stuff. But it is what it is. Sorry, Mac, we did lose. I apologise. You can go watch your friendly Geordies now. Yeah, I apologise for that. Yeah, that's it. That's the game. So now it's too easy. Although we did lose. This is just not working now. Now I did notice though. We didn't trigger this location properly. Courtyard. We weren't doing the force response on Courtyard. There's at least 2 rounds where this should have happened and it didn't. So I could possibly have had more.
I know we had 2 courtyards out. I know one of them was defeated before it could activate. I didn't realize we had 2 turns of a courtyard out.
Yeah.
The playing phase.
Well, it's on me. I didn't notice it until I cleared it, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, we never actually triggered it. So that's the only mistake we made. Everything else was right. So is it now too easy to lose counters, dude? What's your opinion? Should I increase the amount of counters it starts with? Or is that too much?
So if you increase how many counters it starts with, like if you do like 2 per person, then you risk flooding the board with a lot of minions. If you were to do that, if you wanted to start it with more overwhelm counters on it, then you could have something in the force response that is for every 2 overwhelm counters on here, discarded the top card or something like that. That'd be a way to get around it. That way you could still have more overwhelm counters on the card itself while also not overly punishing players for having all those counters on there to begin with.
Mm.
Um,
Does everything else work?
that's I think honestly everything else in the deck works. We got extremely unlucky with Soren
Yeah.
first turn. um,
Yeah.
like we didn't even get a chance to play the game. Like I still have no, I only have 6 cards still in my thing. How do I have less cards than you do?
I don't know. You cheated.
Did you not remember, or did I do 120? It doesn't matter. It doesn't. And in the end, it doesn't matter. We lost.
We lost anyway.
Um,
We only just lost. We could still have won.
and actually, if you want to be technical, I would have removed 2 extra cards than you did because you had to remove Sauron from yours when this one revealed.
Yeah, true.
Another thing I noticed though that you're going to want to change is going to want something on Sauron's text about him not being able to be discarded unless you want him to be able to be discarded. Because if you play because right now I don't think there's any in the game, but if somebody has a card that just flat out discards an attachment when it enters play, then they can just get rid of Sauron.
That's fine, because then he'll immediately trigger again. That's why I've got the line there. After Sauron is revealed as a boost or encounter card, or discarded from the encounter deck, attach him to Electro.
So you want to be getting discarded from the encounter deck.
Yeah, but he'll go into the encounter deck, then he'll get shuffled back in, and then he'll come back out again. Like there's no way for him to not come out.
Oh, you'd have. Okay, so what you're saying is you're okay with there being periods of time where he can be removed from the game board.
Yeah.
And then players can essentially have a little bit of freedom, and then he comes back out eventually anyways.
Yeah. That's
okay.
That's my
and
intention.
In that case, ignore that then.
Yeah.
I thought the intention was to have him out all the time once he was out.
No.
Because you can't put a permanent. You can't put permanent on him because permanent implies that he's part of the setup, and he's not. So yeah.
Well, permanent just means he can't be removed. It doesn't automatically mean setup, though. Permanent just means
permanent in the permanent descriptor. Permanent means that a card with permanent is, unless it's designated otherwise in card text, it is out in play.
Is out in play, right? So that's why I added the extra bit saying that all discarded from the encounter deck. So there's no way for him to not attach to Electro. For the very reason that you said. So if there's some tricky way that somebody gets rid of this card, although there would have to be a custom card because there's no official card that could do it. But if there's a custom card that does it, that's fine. I want to put the push and pull. Maybe Sauron runs off away from Electro, and so Electro has to go find him again or something. So I'm actually okay with that. The only problem with that is that he wouldn't. Should you then get Sauron back? Should the players get a chance to go grab him? Should an extra line saying that if Sauron attachment is removed, then you go and find Sauron and put him back into the deck again? Because remember, this guy says find Sauron and remove him from the game.
Honestly, I think it would be fine if you don't include that text.
Okay, cool.
Because that way you could say thematically that Electro has started something that can't be stopped, even if he doesn't have Sauron with him.
Yep.
The ball is now rolling, so to speak.
Yep, I like that. That's good.
So I that would also save you the headache of having to have players randomly, because then you're going to know which deck it's in again. The Sauron ally criminal minion, whatever you want to call him.
Yep.
You'd know which deck he's in. Players might honestly be out of their deck at that point.
Yeah, good point.
So like having him come back in I don't think it's necessary.
Yep. Okay, cool. Yeah, I agree. Cool. What about if this says enters play with 1+1 per person that counters? Is that enough of a tweak to not be horrible, but have one extra on there. I could fit that in without too much trouble. Max
You honestly
says,
might be able to get away with having it say 2+1 per player. Um, this is not a deck that isn't lacking on minions. It's
yeah,
not even lacking on minions that are easy to kill.
yeah,
So having 2 per person probably isn't going to break the game. It'll make it a little bit rougher in the beginning when people haven't been able to set up yet. But all villains are tougher in the beginning when you don't have your board set up.
yeah.
So it wouldn't make it anything worse than normal.
Max says maybe there needs to be more ground to cover for the first bit, better preparing you for the second. Oh, so there would have been, Mac. The only reason that happened is because we found him immediately. Like he came out on the very first encounter phase, which has never happened before. So it was just unlucky that he came out straight away. And then he says maybe Sauron becomes an ally like Kid Cyclops because thematically Electro would just want to kill him, which would force a temporary alliance. No, that's not how the story goes. Breakout's the first 4 issues of New Avengers. And the story is that the Savage Land mutates, hire Electro to go capture, to break Sauron out of the raft and bring him back to the Savage Land. So he's not out to kill him at all. He wants him alive so he can get paid. And Sauron would never, ever ally with you. Never. He would refuse. He would kill you before he'd do that.
One thing you could consider, this is borrowing an idea that another game that I play with my friends on my Saturday night game nights. There's a game that we play where one of the mechanics of the game is that when 3 of this one card are drawn, it ends the game. So what the game does is it says that each of those 3 cards has to be in the final 1/3 of the deck, right?
Oh, yeah.
That way, you're at least going through 2/3 of the deck to actually play a game. So what you could do is have something in the setup for this to be like the Sauron attachment has to be in the bottom half of the encounter deck, or the final third of the encounter deck, or something like that. That way, there is at least some build to the game for both the villain and the players. If you wanted to stop from a first turn Sauron, because as it stands right now, even if the players were to get Sauron immediately for themselves, this Sauron still overrides it.
Yeah.
So them getting it like first turn is not the biggest deal in the world, but him getting it first turn immediately changes the game. So you could have something in the text where Sauron has to be in the bottom third. I know some players may not like an extra step of, oh no, I have to divide, however many cards in the deck by 3 or 4 or whatever and put them in the bottom. But yeah. I mean, it's an idea that could work.
I'm not a fan of that either, to be honest. I really, really dislike stacking the deck. But that does lead to a different thought, though. What if he stays out of the deck until a certain trigger happens, and then you put him into the deck? So
where would you put the trigger?
That's the thing, right? What would the trigger be? And Max said has a similar idea. What if Sauron was separate from the deck? He gets revealed by a certain number of cards of a specific type, or has a specific keyword has to be revealed. Yeah. That's interesting. He doesn't get added, so we get these guys as normal, and then he sort of sits out of the deck until a certain amount of rounds have happened, and then gets shuffled in. Maybe.
I'm also trying to think of the math on this, right? Because with him getting an almost not almost, he's getting 100% guarantee that when he shows up, he comes out, right? So how many cards are in this deck total? If you're doing a 2-player deck, 2-player game,
it's like 40.
You're running 47 cards in his deck. Not including the ones that get shuffled in ours, right? So you're looking at an almost 1 in 12 and a half chance for him to show up, which is about an 8.3333 repeating chance that he shows up first turn. 8.33%. So it's not overly likely to happen, but is almost having a 10% chance of having him show up turn 1 enough to change a game mechanic? Is another
I don't think
question,
it is.
right?
I mean, like I said, this is the first time it's ever happened where it came up straight away. And it wasn't the end of the world, it just made it more challenging, that's all. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, it kind of helped me a little bit because it took Sauron out of my deck so I didn't have to deal with him, which is fine. I don't think it's a big deal. I would have to add more to this, and there's enough crap here as it is. Like, it's an entire column of setup. It's ridiculous, the amount of setup that's needed. So I think I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it. He just gets shuffled in, and if you get him first turn, well, you get him first turn. What can you do? Means Electro was lucky.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Electro's literally his roommate.
Yeah, I mean, I threw that game. Like, we could have still kept going, and we would still be gone by now. We could still win. So it's not the end of the world. I'm not worried about that. My only concern about it is just we had no counters for most of the game. So I'll just have to think about how this works.
Yeah, this is probably the only card out of all the cards that like I remember from the deck. This is probably the only one that still seems like it needs fine tuning.
Yeah.
Everything else seems to be running, well.
I think I might actually
Maybe
cut it. I think I might just get rid of it. Just have cards in the deck tell you to put minions into play. Have more cards that either are minions or tell you to go find minions. I really think that's I don't think this really accomplishes anything. It's an extra mechanic for no real reason. And it's really only there because the original.
The thing that it does help with, though, is it does help with a search mechanic if you're having a rough time getting locations. It gives you a way to help, unless you want to throw, search onto your minions. It's saving you space on each minion because it gives you that search mechanic.
Yeah, true. I'll think about it. I think that's the only thing. Yeah. Max says, if there was a card with Surge that literally just functioned as countdown, you could granularly control when Sauron appears, or also add in a new card with unique effects, or none at all.
What the hell is this? I haven't seen this character pop up a single time. Vapor?
Yeah.
Where the hell did you come from?
Vapor is one of the UFOs.
I've seen her before because UFOs are one of the first. I don't know. Hold on. I'm thinking of the. What are they called? They're like the element heroes that Thunderbolts fought. I think they fought the UFOs one time.
Yeah, they probably did. They're Hulk villains. But I actually stuffed up when I was designing this. I stuffed up in a pretty unique way. All 4 UFOs are in the raft, but they're not all in the same set. They're not all in the same deck. So I've put
that's a decision.
Vapor is there, but she's part of the module, right? Raft prisoners, right? And so that means that actually you could technically not have her because you could swap the module out, right? So, and the other UFOs, so X-Ray is in the main one, Breakout. One of them is one of the big bads, Ironclad. So here's the third one, and then the fourth UFO is. Can't remember where he is. Griffin, Mandrill, Vector. So he's in Breakout. So 2 of them are in Breakout. One of them's in the module, and this guy's one of the big bad guys. So that's poor design. They should all be in the same set. They should have all been in the module. Originally, they should have been all in the module, so you could chuck the UFOs into another scenario and have the UFOs, right? But I stuffed up. But anyway, I don't care enough to change it. All right. Thank you for that, Mac. Thank you very much for jumping on and going with the chat. I really appreciate that. There's a lot of interactivity. I apologize that you missed out on your friendly Geordies. Go watch it. See how it goes. Jakxin, thank you very much for playing. I appreciate you.
Yeah, of
I'm
course,
glad
bud.
you're feeling better. This was fun, despite the fact that we lost. But I think it's very close to being good. I'd be interested to see if anybody else in the community plays it, but I haven't had any bites other than Cash playing it. I haven't had any bites, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, check out Jackson's channel. He's looking at the noms for the CAS, and I assume you'll then be. I think you said something in your last video about running through the actual CAS stuff once it's past the nomination thing. You're not going to do the noms. You'll do the actual CAS things themselves.
Yeah.
Um,
So what I'm doing right now is I've been, putting, doing a little patting on my own back and doing some of my stuff. Um, and then I'm probably just going to go around and do, regular play tests of what I see out in the community until the cast finalists are announced, and I'll do what I did in February, which is, cycle through everything that's in there a few times. Uh, that way, everything that I play test has, it has its VOD and it has its the people who made stuff can see my train of thoughts and all that stuff. Um, so whenever that's ready, but yeah, for now it's just you know playing a little bit of my stuff, seeing what's out in the community that either people are doing like review requests for or things that look interesting in the hero feed that are new. Yeah.
cool. Awesome. All right. Well, I'll be covering the cast stuff once it's past the nomination stage as well. So you'll have videos from me and Jackson to watch. Will be good. You can listen to whoever you want, or listen to both. Why not? Um, Max says the last of the bacon is nearly done. Oh, I know this seems way off base, but I'm surprised there is no element that lets you break out different raft prisons that can lead to unique outcomes. Actually, that's funnily enough that the very first draft of this scenario was exactly that. It was the original version of this was not a remake of a Lord of the Rings quest. It was a unique one, and the idea was that yes, you had Electro breaking somebody out, and because originally in the story it was a mystery on who he was trying to break out. So originally it was Electro was trying to break out of prison, and you had a selection of the four. So that's where this mechanic comes from. You had the four, and then each one. So it was depending on which one he found first would lead to a different scheme two. So there was actually 5 scheme 2s, and 4 different ones of these, and then they sort of went through there. So um, I then changed it to this, sort of streamlined it down to this one because it's really not a mystery. You find out in issue 2 who it is and what he's trying to do. But also, it just seemed too similar to Mansion Attack, so I was like, meh. it was just basically the same as Mansion Attack. Ironically, I just by accident made it, so I was just like, nah, I don't even like Mansion Attack, so I got rid of it. So yeah, made it like that. So cool. What is CAS? Oh, CAS is the Community Awards system, which is part of the
What was approval?
approval. Yeah, so it's part of the certified approval, whatever, man. It's what happens when you get your stuff sealed. So it's basically the community votes on stuff, on content, heroes, and scenarios, and they seal it to say that it's cool. That's essentially what it is. So yeah. Anyway, that's it, Mac. Thank you very much. Go enjoy your bacon, Jackson. Thanks for playing. Everybody else who's watching, thanks very much for watching. Appreciate it. As always, please tell the people that you love them as often as you can. Thank you. Take care and goodbye.